Welcome to Small Business Big Visibility. We're talking about websites. This is part of a whole mini-series on websites, helping small business owners know what they should do about a website, what their website should contain, so that they can have a website that's going to serve their business better, help them to be more profitable. Let's dive in. Today, we're talking about what is the purpose of a website. Have you ever thought of that? I've spoken with hundreds of small business owners, and oftentimes they are not even sure what the purpose of a website is. Now, if you were trying to make a business decision, like you need a website, wouldn't it be important to understand what you want that website to do? Let's change this for a moment and pretend it's an employee. And you're like, I need an employee. Man, I just think I need an employee in my business. I'm going to go hire an employee. And you put out a job listing. I need an employee. We're a roofing business and I need an employee in my company. We need somebody that can come and work for us, and they're going to do work, and we're going to pay them, and we're going to pay you good. And like, does that sound weird? It does. But that's what it would be like to have a job description when you don't know what you're going to have the employee do. So could you imagine having a website and not knowing what it's going to be doing for you? To me, that sounds absolutely crazy. But it's not that crazy, because most small business owners, they don't sit around worrying about all the details about everything. They don't have enough time in the day to become an expert at everything and to understand how everything works. Oftentimes, instead, they hire experts that they can trust. But when you know what you want something to do, you can measure to find out if it's doing its job. Let's talk about 3 core things that every website should be doing for a small business owner. Number 1, a website needs to help potential customers want to do business with that company. Now, in order to do that, a website usually has to do a few things. It has to convey information to the customer, and then that information needs to build some sort of emotional and mental connection for the customer to that company. That's the first one. The website should be helping move potential customers closer to becoming actual customers for that company. And it does that by conveying information that matters to those potential customers in such a way that, again, builds those emotional and mental connections for that customer. If you've ever seen a website and the logo's up at the top header and you're on the home page, and right below the header, it's got this nice big banner area, and on the banner area it says, "Welcome to business name." And then right above or below that, it has the logo again. Is that website really doing its job? No, anybody who's on that website already knows that it's that company. If you're on the homepage of that website, do you really need the logo up above and then the business name and then the logo again? That's 3 times that you're going to be having your business name, twice in the logos and then once in the welcome message. That website's not doing its job. I could, without seeing that website, tell you most of the time it's not. That's the first key element. The website has to move, again, potential customers closer to being customers. The second job it needs to be doing is it needs to be providing a way for potential customers to connect with the business. What does that mean? Well, usually, in order for a potential customer to connect with a business, they may want to call you up. They may want to send you an email. They may want to know your hours of operation. They might want to know where you're located. Any of that, or perhaps even they want to go look at your social information. Do you have a Facebook page? Are you on LinkedIn? Do you have a YouTube channel? Those are all ways that they can connect with you. Does your website help facilitate connecting potential customers to your business? That's the second major job of a website. A little while ago, I had somebody and they said, "I don't think our website's doing a very good job." Well, why not? Well, we just don't get any customers from it. We went and looked at their website. It said, here's the company information. We scrolled down the page. It talked about some of the different services, talked a little bit about who they were. And nowhere on the website did it have a phone number. It did not have an email address. It did not have a contact form. It did not have their physical address, and it did not have their hours of operation. If you were a potential customer wanting to do business with this company, you couldn't. The website wouldn't let you. There was an absolute barrier. It was insane. How could anybody think that that website was doing a good job? Well, most likely the business owner had never slowed down enough to understand what these three key jobs of a website are. So let's now talk about that third one. The third one is the website should be there to help keep connection for your current customers. Oftentimes, a current customer may have questions that could be answered on the website. They may want to refer people out to your business. They may forget how to reach your company. Therefore, the website needs to be there as a resource for your existing customers as well. For small business owners, now I want to stress that for small business owners, which I'm not talking about e-commerce customers, for small business owners, those are the three key jobs that every website should be doing. I would challenge you, go take a look at your website, pull it up, and sit in the shoes of a potential customer, look at the homepage, and ask yourself, is this doing the kind of job it should be? Is this helping those potential customers want to do business with me? Does it give the right information so that those customers want to work with our company? Is there an easy way to connect with us? Does it answer the questions existing customers have? If the answer is no to any of those, it might be time to go do some updates and fix that site or have a whole new site built. Based on all that information, I bet you're now thinking about a website totally different. It's great to have a beautiful or pretty website, one that really looks amazing. If the looks of your website are all that it has going for it, it's probably not actually being a profitable machine for your business, and it's time to update. Now, if you had to pick just one thing that potential customers would do when they reached your website, or that existing customers would do when they reached your website, write that down. And then once you've written that down, again, go look at your site and see if your site helps facilitate that one thing. Also, make sure your site's doing the three jobs effectively. If not, reach out. We're happy to help.